introduce Tommy Kudismeyer, our Executive Director, who's going to share some of the strengths, concerns, and cautions in the system. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. Great. Thank you, Craig. I'm going to be referring to the back of the sheet that Craig was still talking from, where we have a little red, green, yellow, and red signs. The principles that Craig reviewed apply to all of the supports and all the kinds of services that are needed by children, youth, and families in our state. Today, we want to shine a spotlight on child welfare and the budget, in particular, of the Department of Children, Youth, and Families. And I refer you to the sheet with the little signs. Child welfare is a grave responsibility of our state, and one that is not easy, nor is it inexpensive to accomplish. Significant changes are underway, and these come from a desire to do better by children, but also a need to control costs. We would like to highlight areas that we believe are strengths, cautions, and concerns in our system. Areas of strength. We support an increased focus on prevention and family strengthening so that we may keep children healthy and safe in their homes. We have a responsive set of community-based organizations, all of you, that are providing an array of high-quality, research-informed services and supports. Under the leadership of the current director, we have brought into place some new policy enhancements that we support, including those noted in the list in your handout regarding voluntary extension of care, family care for young children, and focus on infant safety. We support and we applaud all of these areas of strength, and we are part of moving them forward. But we have cautions. Yellow. Let's be careful. Let's monitor. Our first caution is that the pace of change within the department is very rapid, and that some of the changes are untested. Foster care systems, family support programs, independent living, residential program, internal processes are all being changed, and quickly. We are concerned about potential unintended consequences. Our second caution is there's a shift in emphasis from the department investigating, planning, and monitoring community-based services to DCYF actually providing them. Some $5 million this year alone was taken from community-based contracts and brought into in-house programming. We recommend that there be independent evaluation to monitor the cost of bringing these new programs inside and the quality of these new initiatives. Our last caution. The foster care system is shifting to a more uniform but untested model of care. There have been separate sets of services for kin versus non-relative foster families, and we support equalizing those systems. The new program rates, however, no longer fund in-house treatment services for youth with disabilities or with behavioral health needs. We are concerned that lack of access to therapy or therapeutic services within programs could lead to disruptive placements, could lead to loss of foster families, possible hospitalizations increasing, or out-of-state placements for youth. All of these cautions will be critical to monitor as we go forward. We move on to areas of concern. Red. The current DCYF budget is expected to have a shortfall of nearly $19 million. The spike in maltreatment reports and increasing costs that began in FY 2018 has continued, and projected savings for the current FY19 have not been realized. We believe the proposed FY 2020 budget is inadequate and will not be achievable. We will need to invest more in DCYF. At the same time that our child welfare system is under-resourced, the children's mental health system is in crisis. Increasing need, reduced investments, and challenging payment structures through managed care have reduced available treatment options. Psychiatric hospitalizations have increased, and we today have children boarding in the hallways of hospitals and stuck in hospitals hoping to come out with no placement. We simply do not have the mental health system that the children, youth, and families in our state can rely on to meet their needs. Finally, the FY20 DCYF budget, as proposed, changes the mix of investments. Worthy increases are proposed in prevention and in increasing kin foster rates. But these rely on cuts in services for the highest need and older youth. Closure of residential and independent living programs for youth could lead to placement crises, like those being experienced in other states. In your packet, there's an article from the Boston Globe this week. You might want to take a look at what's happening there and in other parts of the country. Cuts in clinical resources for foster youth and families will leave them to seek help from the community mental health system that we know is in crisis itself. These are all serious areas of concern. We bring these strengths, cautions, and concerns forward based on the deep experience of our membership in implementing programs within our state. We agree that the system needs to change and that prevention needs to be a stronger focus. In pivoting to prevention, we want to ensure, however, that we do not turn our backs on the highest need youth already in state care. To do both, we will need to invest more. Thank you.